Hey guys, so as I mentioned in February, I decided to not buy books, but instead get rid of some. These are the books that piss me off enough to get thrown off my shelves. The first book is one I read quite recently. It is What If by Randall Munroe. I read it back in January. It's a series of hypothetical questions which Randall gives very detailed explanations for, such as, what would happen if you made a brick out of every element of the periodic table and stacked them up in the shape of the periodic table? What would happen? How many explosions would there be? And what would happen if you started rising off the surface of the earth at like 1 foot per second? How soon would you die? What would you die of? And it was interesting, and now I've read it, and its usefulness to me has expired, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Next up is my Greek edition of Phaedrus by Plato. I had to read this my junior year, and I hate Socrates. Oh, it's so annoying. I'm never gonna look at this again. It makes me sad. I don't want to have it anymore. Then I'm getting rid of Scotland for Beginners by Rupert Besley. It's like a kind of cute book with illustrations and information about Scotland, and I read it, and it's also a very funky shape. It's not making my shelf look beautiful. So I just don't need it anymore. Number 4, and the first novel, is The Night Watch by Sarah Waters. I've heard a lot of good things about Sarah Waters. However, this book was just not doing it for me, and it is not for lack of trying. I spent the first half of my senior year trying to get through this book, but I made it like a third of the way in. I was just not enjoying it. It's too boring. It's also about a time period that I'm not particularly interested in. That is Britain, or London specifically, during World War II. And I was like, can it be over? So it might get better. I don't know. Are the other Sarah Waters books better than this? Because right now I'm really put off of her. Please let me know. But Night Watch is definitely not getting a second chance. The next book is Blackbird House by Alice Hoffman. It's a collection of short stories which are sort of tied together by all being set in the same house in like Massachusetts or something, and it goes from, the colonial period up to the present day. And I read it, and it was fine, and I'm not going to reread it, so I don't need it. The next two are actually books that I really liked. First one is The Fairy's Return by Gail, Carson, Levine, and it's in this lovely hardback form, and it's very pretty. However, I have bought the whole series of Princess Tales in bind-ups, so I feel silly just having this one hanging out when I already have it in its nice grouped up version. So this book is going away. The next book is Far from the Madding Crowd by Thomas Hardy. I really like this book, but I hate this edition. I'm okay with not owning this book if it means I don't have to own this edition. It was put out in like the 60s when the movie with Julie Christie happened, as they will inform you right at the top. Oh my god, it's dreadful. And it's just like, A, not pretty. B, the back, is sexist and inaccurate. It says, she was a wanton who needed taming. That's not what the book is about. This book is a beautiful manual for how to be in love, and you've made it sound trashy. Why would you do that, MGM company? And side note, I'm on the lookout for like a nice collection of Thomas Hardy novels. Like Puffin has put most of them out, and they're okay looking. Barnes & Noble has put a couple of them out, but I can't find like a solid chunk of Thomas Hardy novels in nice editions. So if you know of some, please tell me. Next book you also may have seen recently. It is Politically Correct Holiday Stories by James Finn Garner. This book, read it for the Christmas season, as it ought to be read, and it's just stories like The Nutcracker and The Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, done in a politically correct way, and it did not work. It was supposed to be funny, did not succeed in being funny, so it's fired. And the last book is also somewhat related to Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Just go read A Christmas Carol, you guys. And that is Lost by Gregory Maguire. I read this book a really long time ago, like 8th grade. And I was really close to getting rid of it last fall because I was like, it just wasn't that good. And then I remembered that there was a part about like old French or old German, and I was like, I really like those things. Maybe I should hang on to it. And now I've come back around to just be like, the plot though was not good. I'm not gonna reread it, so I don't want it to be here anymore. That's a beautiful feeling, purging yourself of unwanted books, making space for new books on the shelves, wink wink nudge nudge. So I hope you enjoyed this somewhat downer of a video, and I will see you again soon with something happier.